Ladies and gentlemen, life will come at you hard. It will test you, push you, and try to break you. But let me tell you something. No matter what happens, you have something inside you that is greater than any challenge, stronger than any setback, and more powerful than any failure. You were built to endure. You were built to rise. And no matter how many times you stumble, you will never be defeated if you refuse to stay down. Some people think strength is about never falling, but real strength is getting up after every fall. It's looking adversity in the face and saying, is that all you've got? It's knowing that the world can throw its worst at you and you will still stand tall. There are those who quit when life gets tough, who give in to the pressure, who let failure define them. But then there are those who refuse to be broken. There are those who take every setback as a setup for a comeback. There are those who understand that no amount of pain, no amount of struggle, no amount of loss can ever defeat the one who refuses to give up. You can lose a battle, but that doesn't mean you've lost the war. You can have moments of doubt, but that doesn't mean you are weak. You can face obstacles, but that doesn't mean you can't overcome them. The only way to truly be defeated is to stop fighting, and that is something you will never do. You will never allow fear to dictate your future. You will never let failure write your story. You will never let pain be the reason you quit, because deep down, you know you are bigger than the struggle, stronger than the pain, and greater than anything trying to hold you back. They can underestimate you, but they can't break you. They can count you out, but they can't keep you down. They can doubt your abilities, but they don't know your heart. They don't know the fire that burns inside you, the unshakable spirit that refuses to surrender. When life knocks you down, don't just rise. Rise with more determination. Rise with more passion. Rise with a fire that says, you may have challenged me, but you will never defeat me. In the midst of your toughest battles, remember that every ounce of pain and every moment of struggle is fleeting. It might seem as if the hardship will last forever, but the truth is that these challenges are only temporary stops on the journey to your ultimate triumph. When you're caught in the grip of despair, when the weight of the world feels unbearable, know that this is not your permanent state. It's just a moment that will pass, leaving you stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. Think of the darkest nights giving way to the soft hues of dawn. Just as the night retreats before the rising sun, your pain will eventually dissolve into a lesson, transforming your struggles into stepping stones for a brighter future. Every setback is like a storm that, no matter how fierce, eventually clears, revealing the calm and clarity that follow. Embrace these moments, for they are temporary and are the catalysts for the growth that lies ahead. Keep pushing forward even when the current seems too strong, and hold on to the certainty that this too shall pass. With every hardship, you're not defined by the pain, but refined by it. The challenges you face today are just brief episodes in your long and powerful journey, a journey that is destined for greatness, where even the darkest trials eventually lead to a light that can never be extinguished. Failure is not the end. It is not a sign that you are weak, not proof that you are incapable, and definitely not a reason to stop. Failure is a teacher, a lesson, a test of how bad you really want it. Every great person who ever achieved something remarkable had to face failure first, not once, not twice, but over and over again. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is simple. The ones who make it never let failure define them. They take the lessons, adjust their approach, and come back even stronger. There will be moments when you give everything you have and it still won't be enough. You will prepare, plan, push yourself beyond your limits and still fall short. But hear me when I say this. Falling short does not mean you are finished. It means you are being sharpened, refined, and molded into something greater. Every failure carries wisdom, and those who are willing to learn from it are the ones who rise above the rest. Look around at the world's most successful people. They have failed more times than most people have even tried. They have faced rejection, disappointment, and loss, but they never let that stop them because they understood one thing. Failure is temporary, but quitting is permanent. As long as you keep moving forward, as long as you extract a lesson from every setback, you are still in the game. So don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid of not trying. Be afraid of standing still while life passes you by. Be afraid of letting one moment of defeat turn into a lifetime of regret. Because the truth is, you are not defined by how many times you fall. You are defined by how many times you rise. Every time you get back up, you send a message to the world, to your challenges, to yourself. I am not done yet. You cannot break me. You cannot stop me. You cannot defeat me. Life will knock you down. That's a fact. It will hit you with setbacks, losses, disappointments, and pain so heavy that you might question if you have the strength to keep going. But here's the truth. You are not defined by how hard you fall. You are defined by how you rise. You are defined by what you do after the fall, by the fire inside you that refuses to be extinguished due to the do.be key. Some people stay down when life knocks them over. They let one failure turn into fear, one rejection turn into self-doubt, one tough season turn into a lifetime of regret. But not you. You are different. You don't just get up, you get up stronger. You take the pain and turn it into fuel. You take the loss and turn it into wisdom. You take every moment of struggle and use it to build something greater within yourself. Because every time you rise, you prove to yourself and to the world that you are unstoppable. There will be days when you feel like you can't take another step, when your mind tells you to quit, when your body feels exhausted, when everything in you is screaming, enough. But that is the exact moment when champions are made. That's the moment when you dig deeper than ever before, find that last ounce of strength, and push forward. That's when you remind yourself that pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. No setback, no failure, no obstacle can stop the one who refuses to stay down. You have survived everything life has thrown at you so far, and you are still standing. You are still fighting. And as long as you have breath in your lungs and fire in your heart, nothing can defeat you. So the next time life knocks you down, don't just rise. Rise with power, rise with hunger, rise with the unshakable belief that no matter what comes your way, you will never stay down. You are built for this. You are stronger than you think, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can keep you from becoming everything you were meant to be. People will doubt you. They will look at your dreams and laugh. They will tell you it's impossible, that you don't have what it takes, that you're wasting your time. And in those moments, you have a choice. You can let their words break you, or you can let them fuel you. You can let their doubt become your downfall, or you can turn it into the fire that drives you to prove them wrong. Every person who has ever done something great was once doubted. The world told them they couldn't, and they did it anyway. The world said they weren't good enough, and they became legends. They didn't let the voices of negativity shake their belief. They didn't let rejection stop them. They used every no, every failure, every insult as fuel to push harder, train longer, and work smarter. Because the truth is, the only person who gets to decide what you are capable of is you. The people who doubt you don't know your hunger. They don't know your heart. They don't see the sacrifices you make, the late nights, the early mornings, the hours of relentless work that no one claps for. They don't know the pain you've endured, the battles you've fought, the mountains you've already climbed. But one day, they will. One day, the same people who laughed at your dreams will sit in the audience and watch you live them. One day, the same voices that try to tear you down will have no choice but to respect the fact that you never quit. So let them doubt you. Let them talk. Let them think you can't do it. And while they're busy criticizing, you keep grinding. You keep showing up. You keep proving to yourself that you are more than they ever expected, because the greatest revenge is not words. It's results. It's standing on the other side of success and knowing that every single person who ever counted you out was wrong. Success doesn't belong to the smartest. It doesn't belong to the most talented, the luckiest, or the ones who had everything handed to them. Success belongs to the ones who refuse to quit, the ones who keep showing up, keep pushing, keep grinding long after the excitement has faded, long after the motivation has disappeared, long after everyone else has given up. The difference between those who win and those who lose is not talent, it's hunger. It's persistence. It's the ability to keep going even when everything in you is screaming to stop. Everybody wants to be great when it's easy. Everybody is willing to work hard when things are going their way. But what happens when the road gets rough? What happens when the results don't come right away? When the dream feels too far? When failure keeps knocking at your door? That's when persistence separates the weak from the strong. That's when the ones who truly want it rise while everyone else falls. Champions are not the ones who never get tired. They are the ones who keep moving forward even when they are exhausted. They are the ones who show up on the days when they don't feel like it. They are the ones who push through the pain, the frustration, the doubt, because they know that every struggle, every sacrifice, every difficult moment is shaping them into something unstoppable. If you want to win, you can't just work hard when it's convenient. You have to be relentless. You have to commit yourself so deeply to your goals that no failure, no obstacle, no amount of pain can make you quit. The ones who make it to the top are not the ones who had the easiest path. They are the ones who fail and got back up. They are the ones who kept fighting when everything told them to quit. They are the ones who understood that persistence is the most powerful weapon of all. You don't have to be the best right now. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to keep going, keep pushing, keep grinding. Because in the end, the one who refuses to stop is the one who cannot be defeated. You were not put on this earth to break. You were not designed to quit. Every challenge, every struggle, every hardship you face was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to shape you. Life doesn't throw obstacles in your way to stop you. It puts them there to test you, to see what you're made of, to make sure you are ready for the greatness that is waiting for you. You are not here by accident. You are built for this. There will be days when the weight feels unbearable, when the pressure is so intense that you wonder if you have what it takes. When everything inside you is telling you to walk away, to take the easy way out, to settle for less. But deep down, you know the truth. You were made for more. You weren't created to live in fear. You weren't built to shrink under pressure. You weren't designed to let life break you down. Everything you have gone through, every pain you have endured, every battle you have fought, has only made you stronger. You have survived things that should have destroyed you. You have pushed through moments that would have made others give up. You have endured storms that tried to wash you away, but you are still here. That means something. That means you are tougher than you think. That means there is a fire inside you that refuses to be put out. That means you have everything it takes to go to the next level if you refuse to back down. So the next time life comes at you with everything it has, stand your ground. Stand tall in the face of adversity. Stand tall in the face of pain. Stand tall in the face of doubt. Look your challenges in the eye and remind yourself, I was built for this. I can take the hits. I can handle the struggle. And no matter what comes my way, I will never, ever be defeated. Life is not easy. It will test you, push you, and try to break you. It will throw obstacles in your path that make you question everything, your strength, your worth, your dreams. But no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you fall, you are still standing. That alone is proof that nothing can defeat you. Struggles may slow you down, but they can never stop you. Obstacles may make the journey longer, but they can never change your destination. You have faced moments where the pain felt unbearable. You have had nights where the weight of your dreams felt too heavy to carry, but here you are, still fighting, still pushing, still refusing to give up. And if you've made it this far, why would you stop now? Every challenge you've overcome has made you stronger. Every setback has built a fire inside you that refuses to burn out. Every loss, every failure, every heartbreak has been shaping you into someone unseen. The world will try to break you, but it does not have that power. The only thing that can defeat you is your own mind. If you let it, if you listen to the doubts, if you believe the lies that say you are not enough, if you surrender to fear, then and only then will you lose. But as long as you keep going, as long as you keep fighting, as long as you keep believing in yourself, life has no choice but to move out of your way. You have survived every bad day, every hardship, every struggle, and if nothing has stopped you yet, then nothing ever will. No matter what happens, no matter how hard it gets, remind yourself, life can challenge me, but it will never defeat me. I am still here, I am still rising, and I am just getting started. Quitting is the only thing that guarantees failure. You can lose, you can fall, you can struggle, but as long as you keep moving forward, you are still in the fight. The moment you give up, the moment you throw in the towel, that's when the game is over. But as long as there is breath in your lungs, as long as there is even a spark left inside you, you have the power to turn things around. You have the ability to rise. You have the strength to fight back. Too many people quit too soon. They let frustration take over. They let disappointment convince them that success is out of reach. They let fear of failure stop them from even trying. But quitting is not an option for you. You are not built to surrender. You are not meant to live a life of regrets, wondering what could have been if you had just pushed a little harder, held on a little longer, believed in yourself a little more. There will be moments when giving up seems easier, when the struggle feels unbearable, when the results don't come as fast as you want them to. That's when you have to remind yourself why you started in the first place. That's when you have to dig deep and find that extra gear, that extra level of hunger, that unstoppable force inside you that refuses to break. Because every step forward, no matter how small, is still progress. Every time you refuse to quit, you take one step closer to victory. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know exactly how you're going to make it. You just have to keep going. You just have to refuse to stop. Because the truth is, you don't lose when you fail. You don't lose when you struggle. You only lose when you quit. And as long as quitting is not an option, you can never, ever be defeated. There comes a moment in life when you have to decide, will you let your struggles define you or will you rise above them? Will you let the pain break you or will you use it to fuel your hunger? Will you listen to the voices that tell you to quit or will you prove to yourself and the world that nothing can stop you? You were not born to be defeated. You were not created to live in fear, to settle for less, or to let life dictate your limits. You were built to rise, to overcome, to push forward, no matter what stands in your way. Every challenge you have faced was not meant to destroy you, but to strengthen you. Every failure was not a reason to quit, but a lesson to prepare you. Every obstacle was not a dead end, but a test to see how bad you really want it. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, luck, or circumstances. It's the refusal to give up. It's the unshakable belief that no matter how many times life knocks you down, you will always get back up. It's the mindset that says you can throw whatever you want at me, but you will never break me. The road to greatness is not easy, but it is worth it. It will test your patience, your faith, your resilience. But if you keep pushing, if you keep grinding, if you keep believing in yourself, even when no one else does, there is nothing, absolutely nothing that can stand in your way. The people who doubted you, they will watch you succeed. The failures that tried to stop you, they will become stepping stones to your victory. The pain you endured, it will become the fire that fuels your rise. You are still here. That means the fight is not over. That means you still have a chance to win. That means there is still more in you, more strength, more resilience, more greatness waiting to be unleashed. So stand up, stand tall, and face every challenge with the mindset that no matter what comes your way, no matter how hard it gets, no matter who doubts you, you cannot be defeated.